What is going on, Canes? We are back with another series of interviews on the Croot on the U, brought to you by the Scoop on the U. We have got with us one of the, as far as I'm concerned, one of the best 2025, not just linebackers, but players in the nation. This is a special player playing for a special team, and we got to watch him make some really good plays against IMG. It was pretty special, actually. So, you guys, we've got 2025 linebacker from Miami Central, Ezekiel Marceline, on right now. How you doing, Ezekiel?
Good, and you?
You're doing great, man. Doing great. Thanks for giving us some of your free time, bro. I mean, we really appreciate it.
I appreciate you as well.
So, I'm right off the bat, what's your current height and weight?
I'm 6 feet, 195 right now.
Okay, okay. And you being 2025, I want to give the fans a little taste of, you know, the fact that you've got Auburn, FSU, Miami, Michigan, Pitt, Tennessee, Texas A&M, Kentucky have offered you. Are there more than that?
I think so. Yeah,
What,
Louisville,
Louisville?
Maryland. Yeah, I
Okay.
recently got that offer. Like after IMG game, the next day after IMG game.
Okay, okay, yeah. I mean, you deserve it, man. You balled out in that game, bro, for real. We'll be talking about that game for sure. This off season, before everything started, before the IMG game and stuff, what was your focus? Did you want to improve in a certain area or multiple areas?
Yeah, just my covering and becoming better as a player. And becoming a leader because my former teammate Wesley Bassint, he played that leader role as my freshman year. So coming into this year was my plan to become a leader and replace him.
You mentioned Wesley. You got that Miami offer in I think in March or
Yeah,
around there. Yeah. Has Wesley talked to you about Miami? As he
yeah,
as
yeah. He been trying to convince me to come over there, and like
yes.
but I like it over there a lot. The
Mhm.
coaches and the new Miami, I like how what they're doing over there.
When was the last time you were on campus there? If you don't mind me asking.
Well, I went to the Bethune and the game at the Hard Rock,
Mm-hmm.
and I that was a nice experience.
This is a fun experience. Who were you there with? Who were some of the guys you were there with?
Uh, Antoine Jackson from Dillard, Reuben Bain, my teammate, Stanquan Clark, my other teammate.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, it was a couple of other guys, some from Dillard. It was a lot of them.
Nice, man. And I mean, yes, you mentioned how you got the Miami offer. How did that initially come about?
Well, I really don't know. I woke up, and as soon as I woke up, my coach was calling me and telling me I got an offer from the University of Miami.
It's not a bad way to start a day. Wake up, first thing you got is an offer from the University of Miami. I mean,
Right.
that ain't bad. That ain't bad, bro. Um, did you work with any specific trainers this off season before it started?
My former coach, Coach Q.
Okay. He was helping you focusing on all that stuff this off season, everything you wanted to improve at.
Yeah, my covering just getting faster and coming up my breaks faster, and yeah,
Was there any camps that you visited?
uh, only I went to this camp on my chest, EPS. I
Mm.
went to Rivals. What else? Rivals in the Hurricanes camp.
How was that experience for you at the Hurricanes camp?
It
Outside
was
of the offer.
it was great to test myself with some of the top players in Miami and around the world, and I think I did very well at the camp.
Let's talk about that IMG game, bro. I mean, massive win for you guys. Congratulations. First off,
Thank,
congratulations. I mean, absolutely congratulations.
thank you.
Um, what was it like during game week? Adding up to it, like what were your coaches talking to you guys about? What were they preaching to you guys about to keep you steady, to keep you calm, and keep you focused?
Just staying focused, and they were telling us this wasn't a big game if we just executed and did what we had to do. And we've been preparing for that game the whole summer, and like nobody wasn't going to outwork us. We worked very hard throughout the whole summer, and we knew we were going to put that into that game.
Gotcha, man. And then, your role at Central, and I understand you're a linebacker. Are you playing more as an edge, as a middle linebacker? What's your role right now in Central's defense?
I'm a weak side linebacker, and I play like middle linebacker. I play outside and middle.
Mhm.
And when we go to a 50 front, I'm at the edge most of the time.
Gotcha. And then what's your comfort level really playing at the edge?
Uh, a 10, yeah, 10,
10.
yeah,
You like rushing the passer?
yeah. I don't think
Gotcha.
I don't think I don't think any O lineman can stop me with that too quick.
Really? All right, I got you. I got you. And then, big time matchup this week against Booker T. What are some of the things that you and the rest of the team are preparing for in this game?
Just to stop the run, and they have a very athletic quarterback, so we're just looking to stop that too, because he when he gets out the pocket, he's going to try to run. So
Just going back to the IMG game, how do you remember how many snaps you got?
uh, no,
Remember any of the stats at all from the IMG game, tackles or anything?
I think I had 8 tackles, 1 forced fumble, and 1 sack.
Okay, I mean, dude, that's big, bro. Honestly, for a 2025 linebacker to come in and make that kind of impact, that's big. So I mean, dude, that's now we know why Central has you out there. We know why they want to feed you more and more opportunities. That's for sure, man. How do your coaches instill confidence in your game? What is it about your coaching staff that makes you and your team so strong and so well prepared?
They just prepare us very well every day. Give us talks every practice, before practice, after practice, during meetings, just to let us know that we worked very hard through the summer to be the best we could this season.
And are you expecting, you're 2025, but are you expecting to get quite a few snaps this season due to your skill set?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Man, I can't wait to see it, honestly. I can't wait, man.
Appreciate it.
And just going back a little bit to the Booker T game, you mentioned how you stop the run game. They obviously have two very talented running backs, and Antoine Smith and Gerald Mott and Gerald Modest. What exactly are the coaches really preaching you guys in order to stop the run game? My little There we go. It's all. We'll get back to that in a little bit. Um, I think you're on a yeah. Just some difficulties. Wi-Fi. You know how it is. I think you're on mute, by the way.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
There we go.
Man, I mean, what did you see from Ezekiel in that game, dude, that really stood out to you? Was it his speed?
Yeah, I mean he's just a very athletically gifted linebacker, like a Wesley Bassane, who we mentioned earlier. And then we got him back on. What's up,
Sorry
man?
about that. Somebody called my phone.
Good. No, you good. Don't worry about it, man. So I mean, like I said, going back to that Booker T game, the run game, Gerald, Antoine, what are some of the things that the coaches are really trying to emphasize to you guys in order to stop the run game?
Just play downhill and play our game. Play Miami Central ball.
And what you mentioned, Miami Central ball. Can I guess go a little deeper into how you would describe Miami Central ball?
Fast, physical, quick, everything you could imagine.
Mhm. Got you, man. And then I understand that you were listed in 247's top 100. Congrats on that, by the way.
Thank you.
I guess what are your thoughts on that? And I guess how does it feel to receive that type of recognition already as a sophomore?
I definitely appreciated that, but I was ranked 92, and I want to work my way up to one in the country.
What's it like playing for Coach Jude Joseph? What's that like? What kind of man is he?
He's a great coach. He's like a father figure, my second father when I'm not at home. And he like my freshman, he took me in took me under his wing and taught me everything he knew.
I'm curious, what gets you most excited on game day? Is it a big hit yourself? Is it, causing a fumble, getting a pick six? What gets you most excited?
Just the smell of it, the
It's just the
band,
game, baby. Just the
just
game,
being on
right?
the field, the turf,
Yep.
everything.
Dude, that's a fantastic answer, honestly, dude. That's honestly a fantastic answer. You're 2025, but are you enjoying this recruiting process so far? Is it
Definitely,
not?
definitely.
It's not stressing you out or anything. It's been more fun than anything else.
Yeah,
That's good
because
to hear.
Yeah, and just I mean, talking a little bit about that recruiting process, and a little bit about Miami. What are your more initial thoughts on them as a program and the direction that they're headed?
I'm loving it. I'm loving the new Miami.
Mhm.
Uh, I have a great connection with Coach Strong. He's been talking to me a lot. Um, really, I would love to play with Wesley again at the University of Miami, but we'll see in due time.
Got you. And then what are some of the other schools? I mean, your offer sheet was mentioned earlier. It's obviously very impressive. What are some of the other schools that you're interested right now at this point?
Uh, Florida State, because I also have a great relationship with Coach Randy Shannon.
Mhm.
Uh, Texas A&M and Maryland.
No, got you. And then are there any schools that I guess haven't offered you or haven't officially offered you yet that you're really looking forward to, receiving that offer for them in the future?
Uh, Maybe Alabama, Florida. What else? Texas.
Can you hear us, Ezekiel?
Yes, yes.
Okay, man. Um, I got 3 words for you. Miami Hurricanes football. What do those words mean to you?
It means a lot because this is where I grew up, and I would love to play for the University of Miami. But just seeing how they grew from when I was younger to now, I'm loving it right now.
Very, very impressed with that new staff. It sounds like.
Right,
What's next for you in Central, man? What's next on the docket?
a national championship and
Yes, sir.
that fourth state championship as well.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Who do you guys play next?
Booker T. Washington, and
That's
then
right.
after,
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah,
yeah,
Booker T. You getting pretty psyched up for that game?
yeah, somebody said some things that got me hyped up for
Oh,
that game.
okay. Somebody said some things. Okay, okay. I
Yeah.
like that. I like that. I'll pass that over to Luke after that. I like that.
Uh, and then I mean, just sticking to like the topic of Central, some big matchups later in the season. You got Dillard, Norland, obviously Northwestern. What are some? It could be one matchup, it could be multiple matchups. What are the games that you're really highlighting right now that's left on the schedule?
Well, right now I'm just taking games one time. Oh
Got you.
wow, games one at a time. As they come. So
Mhm.
right now I'm really just worried about Booker T. Washington. Then next, whoever next, we just keep going, keep going.
Tell me, what was the atmosphere, or what was it like after being IMG? Just I guess the celebration, just the everything. Just take me through what happened after the game and how it was for you guys.
It was great. The community was happy for us. Everybody in the stands, just cheering us on after the game. Walking to the locker room, everybody shaking our hands.
Mhm. And then tell me, man. So I mean, because I go to school in Miami. I live close to like the Miami area. I'm gonna be at the Central game tomorrow or on Friday. I have not been to Central yet. What should I expect just from the crowd perspective and atmosphere perspective? Just take me through it.
Lights, camera, action.
Last camera action. Got you, man. Sounds good.
I got a question for you, man, and I'm just kind of curious. What's Reuben Bain like in practice? Is he like he is on the field, like on game day? Is he just pin his ears back and he just dominates?
He's a big leader,
Yeah.
especially game week. Everybody has to be focused, and we have to be just as focused as him. He's very focused as well.
Is he one of the players that helps the team really, really get focused right before a game starts?
Yeah,
Is he
he
is he a
helps.
team? Is he a captain?
Yeah,
Okay.
he helps everyone learn their plays. You don't know your plays, he gonna let you know what you did wrong on this play, what you did wrong on that play. So,
It's a good leader. Well, man, I got one question for you, bro. And it's a question that I ask every single recruit that we've brought on this show ever. And that is, why do you love the game of football? You know, where do you get that passion in your belly and your brain and your stomach to go out there and compete at the highest level and ball out?
well, it's just a motive that I have because for my family, I want to take my family to different places. So, and I've been doing it since I was 4. So it just the love of the game just came to me as I grew.
Gotcha, man. Gotcha. Luke, you got anything else here for Ezekiel?
Yeah, one last question. Much different question. Game day playlist. Tell me who's on it.
Young boy, uh, Lil Dirt, uh, who else? Lil Baby, some throwback Lil Wayne.
Okay. All
Couple.
right. I like that. I let me ask you. So I've asked that question twice. I've gotten Young Boy both times. I got different answers on opinions on Young Boy's new album. Tell me, did you
I
like
loved
it?
it. I played it back a couple of times.
All right.
Just replay.
Got you. All right. Sounds good, man.
Sorry about that, man. The wrong button there. Anyway, Ezekiel, man, we just really, really appreciate you taking the time to jump on here, bro. I know we've been talking about it for a while. You know, we've been chopping it up in the DMs and on text and stuff. But man, I can't wait to see you just, year by year by year, game by game, bro, because your film is exciting, like straight up, like exciting, and your upside is through the roof, bro. So
Thank you.
just thank you again for taking that time to really, you know, let the Canes fan base get to know you a little better. You know what I'm saying? Just to fulfill that hole that might be out there for some fans that didn't know everything about you. And as time goes on, we definitely want to bring you back on so we can update fans about recruitment.
Definitely.
Thank you, man. Hey, good luck tomorrow, by the way.
Thank you. Thank you guys for having me as well.
Yes.
For sure, man.
Have a good one, man.
You too.
Good one.
All right, man. He's 2025, but there's something special about that kid. There's absolutely something special about that kid. He's a rocket. His first step is amazing. It's so quick. It's so fast. And once he locks onto the ball carrier, his skill, vision, strength, speed, he usually makes the play.
Yeah.
And that's not typical for a 2025 kid. So I mean that's pretty awesome, man. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Well, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, ultra talented, as you mentioned, not only one of the best players at his position, but one of the best players in the entire cycle.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, it's nice they have him in the top 100, but like you said, he wants to move up that top 100, and I believe he will because he will prove game after game after game. And when you're at Central and you got the spotlight on you and you keep making plays, you move up. And damn them for keeping Reuben Bain so low. We all know Reuben Bain. We all know that dude is a 5-star. I don't care what they got to say. That is a 5-star player, period.
Yeah.
All right, man. Well, we have got another player here. We've got a JUCO player with us, actually, who's this is a unique story right here, guys. This is a player that I've been talking with behind the scenes for a while. He wants to open up about some certain things going on in his life and about how the Canes have been supporting him. So this is a unique interview right here. What we have right here is we have JUCO player Reuben Jackpot Jackson.
What's good,
What's up,
y'all
Reuben?
boys? What's good?
What's up,
good,
man?
Not much, chilling, man. Bless.
Well, man, you've been on a unique path lately. Tell the fans about it. Let us know like really what's going down.
Yeah, man. So, the last time I talked to you guys, I was in California. So, everything was going, fine with, football and stuff like that. But, unfortunate, due to personal reasons with my family and stuff like that, I had to come back home to the crib. But for the most part, this process, it has been a hard process. I know a lot of people want to hear about me taking this season off because, this season was supposed to be, the best season of the year for me. So, yeah, that's I like to talk about that a lot.
And what steps have you been taking to, get yourself prepared, to get yourself back on field? Because I know it's more about football.
Yeah.
It's bigger than football.
Yeah. I want to say church, man.
Yeah, that's great.
Hey, just going. Hey, I feel like it was God telling me to come back home. To support my family. During they little personal issues. So I would say church is what's been getting me through this process. Taking the season off. And also, having my family and you guys and my friends, just supporting me through the process, and even the coaches like Coach Gaddis and Coach Days, all of them, just helping me out with everything. So, yeah, the process has been smooth lately.
That's awesome, man. And I mean, I just want to say that I think it takes a lot of courage, and I applaud what you're doing as far as
Yeah,
taking care of everything in your personal life first before
yeah,
football, of course. So I mean, you mentioned Coach Gas and what the coaches have been doing. I guess what specifically has that just relationship been like on a support level?
yeah. Ever since I left the camp, everything been good. We talk every day. Checking up on me. Ever since I have took this season off, we talk every day. Seeing how everything going with the family. Me. So yeah, for the most part, on the football level wise, they just keep me telling me, just to keep at it. If it's anything that I need to work on, since I'm home, if there's anything I need to work on, such as weights or on the field, sending him videos of me, actually working out and what he can help me in aspect of my game. So for the most part, everything been going good.
That's awesome, man. And then I mean, because I checked your Twitter, I checked you have been working, you have been putting out work.
Yeah.
What are some of the things that, like specifically that you have been working on?
I'll probably say route running, and just being more. I want to say more intense in my workouts. Lifting weights. I feel like that's really what I've been working on. Actually, I just did a leg workout today, so I feel like that's probably what I'm really more focused on is getting more power in my legs. So that's what I mainly work on.
Oh man, it really sounds like the Canes coaches and the Canes fan base have really been there, man. They've really shown you a lot of love and stuff, man. Is there any other fan bases out there, that are getting your back and supporting you?
Yeah, for sure. I want to say South Carolina. Who else? I want to say Florida. Who else? Who else we got out here? I want to say USF. Bama been showing me love recently. Who else? And Penn State.
Okay, and that's the coaches at Bama showing you love.
Yeah.
Wow, man.
Me and Coach Wiggins. Yeah.
That's impressive, bro. That's impressive, man. What's your opinion on this Miami Hurricanes staff? Just outside of everything else they've been able to help you with, just speaking on football, what do you think about this staff? Or is this the staff that can get Miami to the next level?
Yeah, most definitely. Yeah, I feel like it. To me personally, I feel like it is. Just seeing what Coach Cristobal doing now, he took away the turnover train and, all that type of stuff. So I feel like he just making the players more, more in tune into, football, not actually tuned, to like looking lavish and, trying to look pretty on the field type stuff. I feel like he's actually trying to get the guys, to actually be focused on the game. And I see that, looking at the BCU game, with the pick six what your name had. So when he gathered all the players and just talking to them, getting them back into the game. So I feel like that plays a real big role, as far as for the Canes, because you know how the Canes nation been throughout the years. So I feel like that's what he's doing. I feel like he's doing a real good job at it.
And then I mean, because you mentioned you watched the BCU game. what are some of the things that you liked from the Hurricanes, or that you like watching about them? At
Yeah,
least in the first game, the Cristobal era.
yeah. I want to say, man, I want to say the kickoff. You know,
Yeah.
the way Keyshawn, you know, he got the ball and almost took it to the curl. I feel like that play right there was when I was like, okay, like, you know, yeah, like they got something going. So I feel like that play right there left alone, and you know, looking at Xavier X, you know, he getting the ball and scoring stuff like that. So I feel like the offense crazy, man, and defense, you know, they getting picks, you know, left and right in the BCU game. So I feel like it should be so more work on the defensive side. But I feel like, you know, they're gonna get there, you know. But the offensive side is lethal. So I'm really feeling the offense side.
Gotcha, man. And then, I mean, you mentioned Keyshawn, seeing what he did in the return game against BCU.
Yeah,
Is that a role that you could see yourself in? Maybe not. Well, at Miami or at any
yeah,
other school that is interested in you right now.
yeah, most def. You know, that's what I'm mainly, be looking at on is kickoff return, because of my cousin, being a Hurricane legend. So, that's real what it really is, being back there to return kicks just like he did. So I feel like I don't want to live in his legacy, but I feel like I can actually do something big back there, in open field.
Of course, man. And then because you mentioned South Carolina, I know you have a pretty tight relationship with the coaches there. I guess
Yeah.
just go into some depth a little bit more about that, and I guess how they treated you up to this point.
Yeah, I want to say, yesterday, yeah, me and my homeboy, we was talking about, schools, that we grew up on, actually being, interested in, like Miami or Alabama and stuff like that. And one of the coaches that coached up, the wide receiver coach at South Carolina, had ended up texting me, and he was just checking up on me to see how I was doing and stuff like that. Just saying, he's still highly interested in me, and he want to see me, in the spring season. So I feel like that right there, the connection right there is real, and then the fan base over there is real too. So it's both ways, Miami and South Carolina.
I saw something that you announced, and it's big news, man, and I'm proud as hell of you, bro. And it's about your mental health. Go ahead, man. Announce, the what you did to conquer, and where you're at, and how you feel 100% now.
Yeah. So I think it's been a month now. It's probably been longer than that. But yeah, I've been dealing with some mental health problems, So I feel like the part that got me was yesterday. Yesterday, I was doing something, and I just felt so passionate about it. Talking to my mom, and I was like, Mom, I feel like I'm fully in recovering from, what I was going through. So I was like, I feel like everything is good. She just started answering me questions, and I didn't hesitate to answer the questions that she was asking me. I feel like that's when I knew my mental was that right, because, a couple of weeks ago, people was asking me stuff, and I was like in a shell. It was like I didn't want to answer nothing. I was just, trying to chill, going, depression mode, stuff like that. So I feel like now I'm back open up. I feel like I'm back to myself. Actually posting back on Twitter. Me working out and stuff like that, because I wasn't doing that. For a little minute. So I feel like by me doing that now, I feel like I'm back to myself.
Well, man, I've been watching, bro, and me and you chop it up, behind the scenes and stuff
Yeah.
often. Man, Reuben, I'm proud of you, bro. Honestly,
Thank you.
I'm legit proud of you, man. I understand the troubles you went through, and I understand how hard you worked to get past that. And I know
Yeah.
when you got something like P5 football hanging over your head, and in a future like that, bro, I mean, it's not easy. It's not easy at all. So, man, just congratulations on conquering that and working on that and continuing to work on it. You know what I'm
Thank you. I
saying?
appreciate it.
Continuing to build on that.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, so you were playing JUCO. So where would you be playing football next season then? Are you looking to play
Yeah.
football P5 then?
No. So I had talked to the Kings and the other schools that's recruiting me. So basically, I have to go back and play JUCO again. For the spring semester. If the spring semester go good, then I'm out. So right now, I will be attending Georgia Military College in the spring on a scholarship for a year. So I will be going there. I think it's December. So I will be leaving, Florida and going up there and finishing out my JUCO season. Then I'll be good.
Was there a specific reason you chose that JUCO school?
Yeah. Me and Coach Dungy, he's the wide receiver coach over there. Man, yeah. So basically, when I was going through, the stuff I was going through, he was the one that reached out to me. He was like, man, I've been there. I seen, how, guys shut down, actually commit suicide behind this type of stuff. So he was like, man, if there's anything that I need to, I can do, I can talk to you, help you out. He was the one, just seeing, him coming at me that way, I knew he was a real genuine guy. So, that's why I chose GMC, because he can actually develop my game more when I get there, just to help me out, and actually not on the football field, but actually off the field, ask me about how I'm doing, mentally, So I feel like that's the part right there that got me to go to GMC.
Gotcha, man. And I mean, first off, I want to say that, I mean, it's absolutely awesome that
Mm-hmm.
mentally you're in a better place now. I mean, because it's just great to hear. It's honestly
Yeah.
just great to hear. So, but yeah, well, I guess um, on the football field, what are some of your expectations, or what are some of your goals right now for your season coming up in
Yeah. Right now, man, I got a mirror right now. So right now, my mirror, I got goals all down my mirror, what I'm trying to do. So every day I look at that mirror. I wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning every day. I go outside, work out every day, and I look back at that mirror and I be like, did I accomplish anything on this mirror? So if I feel like I didn't accomplish anything on that mirror, I go back outside, do some more. And if I feel like I did it all, I sit down, I rest, read my Bible. So I feel like right now, those goals right there, trying to get at least 1,000 yards, 13 touchdowns for this upcoming season. I feel like those goals right there is one of my main goals, and I look at them goals every day, and I try to apply it to my workouts every day.
Got you. And then do you have an expectation, I guess, of position wise how you'll be used, like more in the slot, more on the outside? I guess what have you been told, where to
Yeah.
expect?
For the most part, what I've been hearing, it seems like they want to use me for both, but mainly, it's been slot. But I feel like it's going to be both. That's what they tell me. They say, they want me to learn both positions. So I feel like that's me. They telling me that's what they want me to do, play both sides. But I feel like basically it's going to be slot.
Taking this time off and really taking a step back from football, I'm kind of curious, what did you learn about yourself in this process?
Yeah,
What did you find that confidence and stuff? Where did all that come from in this process? Because I know it's not easy.
yeah. I feel like dang man, it's been a lot. Me actually playing board games. I want to say playing board games. It calmed me down a lot. It relaxed my mind. And by me focusing on the board games more like chess and stuff like that, I would say chess was that's what really got me through it. Trying to be focused, having that laser mindset on if I make this move, that's it, or I make that move, that's it. I feel like playing board games and actually taking the time out to actually study what I was doing. As far as taking that season off, I feel like that's what really been helping me out.
How do you train to stay in football shape? Because staying in
Yeah.
shape and then staying in football shape are two totally
Hmm.
different things. How do
Yeah.
you train to stay in football shape? Is there anything
Yeah.
specific you've been doing?
Yeah. I want to say I got an app on my phone right now. It's an app on my phone. It's called Team Reach. So basically, the same way the P5 dudes are practicing, I practice just like them. I wake up at a certain time, I eat at a certain time. Study hall, even though I'm not in class right now, but study hall, looking at what I need to do. What else? Studying film. Watching other guys, in college or in NFL, looking at them guys, see what they're doing, and going to bed at a certain time too. So I feel like I'm disciplining myself right now, even though I'm not in it right now. But still, by me disciplining myself, I feel like it's making a major change, and it's taking my game to the next level.
Got you. And then, I mean, because you mentioned you watch films, some college dudes, some NFL dudes. Who in particular are you watching? I guess more so.
Yeah, I want to say Tank Dell at UH. Who else? I want to say I've been watching Jamar Chase recently. Who else? Stephon Diggs. Who else? I've been watching Calvin Ridley a lot. So those are the main guys I actually been looking into.
I mean, you could single in on any one of those guys, but what are some of the things from, I guess, their game that you're trying to implement into yours?
I want to say with Calvin Ridley. Like I said, that's probably the main dude I watch a lot. Seeing what he's going through, and me and him kind of going through the certain thing. So I feel like looking at how he played the game of football, getting separation and still having that speed, at the same time by having that separation. I feel like that's what I'm trying to do. So I feel like that's probably why I watch him a lot. So that's what I really been working on, as far as going on the field, trying to do speed cuts, changing in direction and stuff like that. So that's mainly what I've been working on, and mainly what the guys I've been looking at.
Well, Reuben, man, I got 2 questions left for you here, man.
Mhm.
Kind of curious, man. What excites you the most during games? Is it a long touchdown pass? Is it your team making a big play? Like what excites you the most on game day?
Um, I want to say the fans do. The fans makes it like that, and I want to say watching my other teammates get big plays. I feel like for having a big play, it does change the game a lot. And then when the fans be energetic and everybody be tuned in, I feel like that makes the game even more. It makes the game spirit lifted up. So I feel like those are the 2 things for me.
And my last question for you, man, and this is the question I ask every single recruit that we've ever brought on this show.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you love the game of football? Where do you get that fire to go out there and compete at the highest level? And where do you get the passion to work as hard as you did, taking time off? So, I mean, this is really like, where do you love football? Because I know you love the sport.
Yeah. I want to say I've been playing football since, man, I was young, probably 5 years old. I picked up the football, and I knew I was going to love that football, love the game of football. So I feel like watching my family go through their struggles and, actually seeing other people, seeing where they came from, as far as football players, it made me cherish the game of football even more. It's dudes out here, that be, on the corner, and, they be like, I wish I would have did this. I wish I would have did that. And I feel like, to me, that's what probably made me love the game even more. It made me cherish everything I do. And that's why I was like, any workout I feel like I ain't do enough, I go outside and do it even more, 10 times harder because, I want to make sure that I did everything I can, while I'm still on this earth.
And love that answer, man. That's the last question I had. Luke, you got anything else here for our amazing guest, Reuben?
Yeah, last question. Very unserious question. Game day playlist. Who's on it? Tell me.
I want to say Kodak. Who else on there? We got. I listen to Benny the Butcher. Who else? I listen to a lot of Logic. Who else I listen to? I want to say DJ Khaled. I listen to DJ Khaled a lot. Who else I be listening to? And I think who was the last one? I'll probably say Ace Hood, and that's probably it.
Okay, got you, man. No, it's good. A couple dudes that no one else has mentioned, so I like it. Yeah.
Thank you, man.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, man. I love hearing that you're listening to Benny the Butcher, bro. Because I'm a hip hop head, and I gotta have lyrics. To me, it's all about lyrics, dude.
Yeah.
I'll tell you right now, man. Do you know about Boldy James?
I think I do. Yeah, I heard it. Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Bro, get hip to Boldy James, bro.
Yeah.
Hit that discography and just listen, dude. The work he's put out with Alchemist, just crazy, bro. It's crazy. It's crazy, man.
Yeah.
Well, Reuben, dude, thank you so much for taking the time to come on here. And thank you for, opening up and expressing something that a lot of people would be, a little hesitant to express and stuff. But it shows the strength that you really have mentally, dude. And I'm really, really proud of you, man. I'm not joking when I say that. I'm really proud of you. I remember talking to you earlier in this process and how things have changed and changed and changed and changed.
Yeah.
So, man, like I said, I'm proud of you, man. And just thank you once again for this time.
Thank you, man. I appreciate y'all.
Yeah, man. Appreciate you for coming on, man. I wish you the best of luck, man. Dude,
thank you, man.
Go crazy.
Thank you. I'll see you guys soon.
Yeah, see you soon.
Bro,
all right.
For sure. All right, man. That is one of the most unique situations going on in recruiting right now, because Jackpot is a guy who took time off of football, but yet P5 coaching staffs are still in contact with him. That's not normal all the time, but it shows you the type of player that he really is. Before he had decided to take his break, Miami was making a very, very heavy push for him, and it sounds like they've continued to show him that love. So, just dude, like I said, man, I proud as hell of that guy. Just proud as hell of Jackpot for not only conquering that, but being able to come on here and speak about it.
Yeah, man. I mean, just a terrific interview. I mean, just it's awesome to hear that from where he was at, he's doing much better. I mean, 'cause that's the most important thing in life, really. I mean, football and everything else just comes second to your mental health and how you're doing personally. But yeah, I mean, it's really great to hear that not only Miami, but some of these other coaching staffs are continuing to not only reach out to him on a football level, but also on a life and a personal level, showing that these coaches actually really do care about Reuben. So it's great to hear, and I'm sure he's going to do amazing things this spring and preparation for Power 5 football, which we both know that he's going to reach that level.
Yeah, I mean, upside. It's there, and it's exactly why our staff and other staffs have been willing to take that time to, a lot of staffs would give up on a player, honestly, in a moment like that. A lot of staffs would say, hey, we're going to back off because we got to get a guy for sure that's going to fill a spot or whatever else. I love to hear that our staff liked him so much as a football player that they were willing to like him enough to help him out with his mental health issues. That's a big deal, dude. And that shows not just a good coaching staff, but it shows we have good men on the team. Men and women who are trying to do the right thing for players. And it's a big deal. It really is.
Exactly.
So you said there were some big games coming up this week here. I'd love to hear about your big games coming up this week and a little bit of takes on them. Yeah.
Yes. So I got my notepad. I'm gonna preview the week 2 South Florida high school matchups. I'll go more in depth with, I guess, the top 2 matchups, and then I'll briefly mention some other matchups. So first, probably the game of the week, Thursday nights, game that I wanted to attend, but class, school, couldn't do it. But Chaminade plays at Northwestern, 2 of not only the best teams in South Florida, but 2 of the best teams in the entire country. These are teams that I believe are both ranked in the top 20 nationally. Shows where South Florida is at right now on the map of high school football. Some guys to watch for both teams. Chaminade, Cedric Bailey, super lengthy, high upside. I think he's like 6'7", 6'6". I mean, when I went to a Chaminade practice back in May, he just towers over everyone. I mean, super high ceiling player. No doubt going to play at the Power 5 level. Davion Goss, I believe I'm pronouncing his last name right. Very talented 2024 running back.
Very talented. He's a bruiser.
Someone like a former Chaminade running back who now plays in Miami, Thad Franklin. Yes, Davion's going to play at the Power 5 level. Going to play at the high Power 5 level. Has Miami offer. Miami likes him. Also being contacted by Oregon, Ohio State. So some top-notch schools are after him. Then we have to talk about the receiver room, because Chaminade probably has the best trio of receivers in the entire country.
Yeah.
In 2024, JoJo Trader and Jeremiah Smith, 2 of the 3 best receivers in the class 2024.
Incredible.
2 guys that Miami are definitely on, and 2 guys that Ohio State is also on. And we all know how good or how well Ohio State and wide receivers coach Brian Hartline really recruits receivers. So there's going to be some highly contested races nonetheless. One thing I will mention with Trader, he did post a picture on Twitter today with Miami's defensive staff. So there's that to mention, but should be a good race for both of them. Zaquan Patterson, top safety from Chaminade, 2024, I think top 20, top 25 in the country. Super talented guy, getting looked at by obviously Miami, Ohio State, Bama, one of the best players in the country. 2025, Chris Ewald, I believe I'm pronouncing his last name right.
Yeah.
One of some would say the best cornerback in the class of 2025.
Yeah.
Super long, super athletic, just a top-notch playmaker, and he was listed in those initial 247 top 100 rankings. Another guy that I also mentioned, Edwin Joseph.
Yes.
He recently received an offer from Miami, I believe Tuesday. Received that, or Monday, received that offer from Florida State the next day. His recruiting is really, really starting to heat up. Two-way player, wide receiver, DB. I believe
he also runs a nonprofit.
Tell me. I did not know about. Tell me about that. I did not know about that.
I'm not sure exactly what the details are, but he actually himself runs a nonprofit organization that he's continuing to push through all the way through high school into college.
That is awesome to hear. That is honestly just great to hear. I'll have to definitely look more into that. But I mean, just in the football field, terrific player. Projects at wide receiver for some schools, projects as a DB for other schools. I think Miami probably likes him more as a DB, but a phenomenal football player nonetheless. And then on Northwestern, whole bunch of Power 5 guys on that team. Tight end Adam Moore, someone who was offered by the likes of Arkansas, I believe Arkansas, Louisville, East Carolina. Very, very talented player.
His recruitment has confused me a little, bro. I see him as kind of a mismatched nightmare if he's used right. Seriously.
Exactly, because he is someone that is almost like a wide receiver at the tight end position. Very athletic, can stretch the field vertically. Very good weapon to have on any college football team. The most notable player on Northwestern, Andy Jean. Miami fans know all about his recruitment. Initially committed to Miami, then decommitted. Seemed like a Miami lean at one point. Then he committed to Florida, where he's at right now. But it appears that Andy Jean could visit Miami at some point during this fall season. His recruitment doesn't look locked at this point. I mean, I would say he's safely committed to UF, but it doesn't look like a 100% absolute lock. So I would still monitor that. But Andy Jean, terrific player. Some would say he's the best or one of the best receivers in South Florida. Just a fantastic route runner and one of the highest ceilings in his class. Jamari Ford might be the most electric playmaker in South Florida. Only 5'6", but I mean, dude can make plays. An absolute monster. And someone that I cannot wait to watch later this season when I do check out a Northwestern game. Teron Dickens, one of the most prolific quarterbacks ever in Dade County. He's been killing it. He's been tearing it up. A couple other guys, 2025, 2026 that I'll mention. Wilnerson Telemac, 2025 edge, who I really like, and someone that
high upside.
Very high upside, and someone that I think will start to receive that Miami interest or receive more Miami interest, as his high school career progresses. Another guy that I want to mention is he plays basketball as well, plays as receiver, super high upside. Calvin Russell, 2026 receiver, 6'5" as a freshman. Sky's the limit for him. And then the other big game that I wanted to briefly preview.
Before you go to a game, just another player though. What about Philip Wright?
Philip Wright for you talking the receiver 2020
2026?
Yeah, no, that dude plays that dude is good. I mean, just an absolute speed demon. He runs 4.4, something around there. I'll have to check already. I'll have to check my notes on that. But I mean, just such a good receiver. Miami offered him based off his speed alone. I mean, he's someone that is going to get those varsity reps this year. And yeah, I mean that dude.
I had to ask, man.
That dude is good, and I believe it was him who attends Destrehan High School in Louisiana. Someone that is or a school that also Ed Reed played at. Might want to just mention real quick. But yeah, Philip Wright, terrific player in his class. And then just moving on to Booker T versus Central. We talked about that a little bit earlier with Ezekiel, but that's going to be a great game. A game that, while Central is favored, Booker T is one of the best programs in South Florida, a program that should not be taken lightly. They have a very good running back core in Gerald Modest and Antoine Smith. Antoine Smith Jr., just two terrific backs. And Modis especially receiving a lot of college love right now from the likes of Ole Miss, Florida State. Both schools really like him. Wouldn't surprise me at all if he does have a pretty good junior season that Miami would get more involved in his recruitment. Also a very young but also very talented cornerback room with Antonio Branch and Ben Hanks Jr. Hanks, top 50 corner per the initial 2021 rankings, or 2025 rankings, excuse me, on 247. Not offered yet by Miami. I believe his offer sheet is App State, FAU, and Florida State, but Miami's going to just 6'1" already. So much room to fill out. He's going to continue growing. Miami's going to get in on his recruitment. I'm very confident in that. And then moving on to Central, just a laundry list of really, really good dudes, headlined, of course, by Reuben Bain. Might be the top Miami target that is yet to commit on the defensive side of the football, at least. Obviously, on the offensive side, you have Samson Okunlola. But on the defensive side, Reuben Bain is that guy and someone that Miami is doing everything they can to really get him. I mean, his older brother is on staff there, and that central to Miami pipeline is really starting to heat up, especially in the past couple of years. Yeah, especially on the defensive side of the football, with the likes of Wesley Saint. Obviously, Wayman Steed went to Central as well. But Reuben Bain, such a terrific player, getting recruited as well by the likes of Alabama, of course, who really like him as well. So that says something. Bain, terrific player. Ezekiel Marcelin, who, of course, we talked to earlier. I'm not going to talk much about him because we went very into depth about him, but super, super high potential in this class. 2024 athlete LaWayne McCoy, another dude that it's worth mentioning. Solid offer sheet, playmaker, nonetheless. Should also be mentioned Stanquan Clark, linebacker, 2023, committed to Louisville. He has great size, and from what Ezekiel told us, he was at the Miami game last weekend, so his recruitment doesn't seem exactly completely shut down. Yeah. Exactly. So, Miami definitely appears to still be talking to him, still be communicating with him. So we'll see what happens there. Lamar Seymour, another central player that is worth mentioning, was a Miami commit. Now he's committed to Pittsburgh, but should have a very nice college career nonetheless. Some other dudes I'm going to quickly mention for Central. Amari Wallace just got the Miami offer, I think, today or yesterday.
Yeah, just got it.
Just got the Miami offer, 2025 cornerback, very high potential there. And they have a pair of 2025 edges who are also very talented in their own respect, in D'Angelo Thompson and Randy. Sorry if I butchered his last name. Idirika. Probably mispronounced that. Sorry. But his offer sheet is a 2025 defender, FSU, UF, Auburn. Very impressive.
Yes.
Briefly go down some of the other schools that will be playing this weekend. You got Palmetto versus Killian. And it will be a good game also because this will be the first time that Miami commits Robbie and Bobby Washington will be playing their former schools.
Yes.
So could be some chirping back and forth there. Should be a fun game.
Bobby had one hell of a hit last week. That was one hell. He's a missile. If you guys haven't taken a look at Bobby Washington yet, I mean, he is an absolute missile. If you know about Robbie Washington's speed, Bobby's got that speed, but he's even bigger, and he's violent as hell. I mean, dude, total steal. He was totally way underranked. Way underranked. But I'm happy that we got him at Miami. No doubt about it. And his dad, if people remember, was a former 5-star recruit himself. So his football runs in the bloodline there. No doubt.
Yeah, I mean, Bobby Washington, just one of the players I'm really excited to check out this season because he is great. He is a hard hitter, just an incredibly fun linebacker to watch, and someone that's just someone that you don't want to meet in the gap. You don't want to see him in the A gap. He's just a stuffer, just a great player nonetheless. A couple other matchups: Edison, North Miami. Edison, obviously home to Nathaniel Joseph. Some would argue the best commit in Miami's class, at least skill position commit. Just terrific player.
Amazing receiver.
amazing wide receiver, very good quarterback there at Edison, who I'm blanking on his name right now. Adrian Posse, I believe, or
Posse. Oh yeah, Posse. Yeah, yeah. Didn't he just commit to a SEC school?
committed to Auburn.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean that's a 1-2 connection there. That's gonna really do well. Dillard Miramar, Dillard. I mean, just an abundance of Miami commits to go there.
Yeah.
Chris Johnson commit. Antoine Jackson. They have just a phenomenal D line, front seven of Terrell Green, Anthony Smith, and then top 3 player in the country right now, at least per 247 in his class, Antonio Blunt. I mean, just Dillard has a terrific team.
Yes.
Terrific team. And then a couple other matchups: St. Thomas versus Cocoa Beach, always worth mentioning. STA, and then lastly finish up with Columbus versus Jesuits. Columbus, I believe, has what should be the top target in the class of 2024 for Miami in linebacker TJ Capers. That is hell of a player. That's someone that, especially given the Columbus connection for Miami, that's a must-have at a position of need. Nonetheless, TJ Capers for Miami and for that class has to be a Hurricane.
So what? I mean, is he your top target right now?
I think given the Columbus connection that's already in place at Miami, and given that, as I mentioned before, linebacker has been in a position that was severely under-recruited for so many years. And it's a position that will take multiple recruiting cycles to really just reestablish the point where it needs to be. And just given how elite Capers is, yeah, in my opinion, he's a top target for Miami in that class. And I think Miami's in a pretty good spot right now with him, someone that they'll just continue pushing for, since now the dead period is over for the class of 2024. These kids can talk to coaches. So, yeah, top target in the class.
I want to get your take on somebody here, man. 2024 kid, defensive lineman Kendall Jackson.
Yes, Jackson is a great player. Someone
out of Gainesville.
Out of Gainesville. Someone that Florida absolutely loves. And I mean, the connection between UF and Kendall Jackson right now is deep. It's heavy. And I mean, Kendall's someone that I've had the pleasure to speak to a couple of times. Just a phenomenal dude all around. Great guy. Very good football player. I mean, he's someone that Miami really likes, but given that he's from Gainesville, he was at the UF game last week, which for recruiting purposes, that's as good as it gets that's as good as it gets for that staff. I mean, that's but wherever Jackson goes for college, whether it's UF, Miami, maybe another Power 5 school, he's going to have a phenomenal career. Very, very versatile player, can rush the passer, can stuff in the run game. Just a great dude, great player, and he's going to do great things.
I don't know. Did you see my tweet yesterday that I made about him?
Was it the I think I retweeted right before the show the scoop on with the scoop on the U wristband, right?
Rocking that, and that he's got a group chat has been set up with Coach Wright, Coach Salavey, and 2 more Miami coaches and him. So he's in a group chat with just those guys. So they're actively in his ear, and he's appreciating it. From what I understand, he's really enjoying the love that Miami gave him.
Yeah, I mean, I did not know that. Thanks for mentioning it. I mean, because it just shows how it shows what the staff thinks of him. If the coaches are forming a group chat around him, that's usually a good sign that he's very high on their board and that they think very highly of him. But definitely a very high ceiling guy that would just be a terrific addition for Miami's 2024 class.
What I love seeing too is that we're not done using our connections in the Northwest, and I think we're going to try to continue. And the Pacific Northwest is try as long as we can. If anybody hasn't seen Papa Afua's film, the 5-star interior lineman we just offered out in Seattle, watch that film. I mean, this kid he's a mauler, but he's a technician. So I mean, he just dismantles guys that are coming at him, and he does it from a variety of ways. I mean, there's no wonder. Once you watch his film, you'll see why he's ranked either as the 1st, 2nd, or 3rd interior offensive lineman in the nation in his class. And I'm glad to see that the Canes made him that offer, because, like I said, I want to keep that Pacific Northwest pipeline open. It's actually something that Ohio State really had taken kind of the lead on. I mean, they've been grabbing a lot of, especially the skill players from the Seattle area and stuff like that. So I think it's great that we're getting ourselves involved with the guys in the trenches down there, dude. And Papa Afua, if you guys haven't seen him, man, I mean, I'm telling you, like I said, there is a reason he's a top 3. Some have him ranked as the top number 1 interior offensive lineman in the nation. Have you had a chance to see his film?
I have not quite yet, but I will take your word for it and watch his film myself because I mean, you mentioned the Northwest connections that Miami's been able to build and just carry over from Oregon. Just in Miami's 2023 class, of course, Jaden Rashada, Francis Marigoa, there's a couple other players that they're still targeting, such as a Jurion Dickey that are from this area or from that area that I mean, just the staff really likes and the staff that are really trying to build those connections with. So yeah, I mean, if I'll make sure to watch this film after this. He's, I mean, just a terrific player, very highly ranked, as you mentioned.
Yeah, incredible player, bro. I think 24/7 composite score either has him as the number 1 or number 2 or 3 interior offensive lineman in the nation. I mean, in his class, he's incredible, dude. I love that we're still sticking to the trenches there too, man. You know, we're not going up there looking for 5'7" wide receivers and stuff like that. We're up there looking for guys in the trenches to keep building it up because Cristobal and staff, they got a chance to watch these guys while they were at Oregon. They got a chance to watch them as, 15, 16-year-olds who are now getting matured more as 17, 18-year-olds. And it's just fantastic, dude, that we're still using that pipeline. And I hope we can make a move like that to get a guy like him to come down because, hey, Jaden Wayne decided to go to IMG. We made that big push right there, dude, and that opens a door for Northwest kids to go, hey, this is a possibility for me. You know, Riley Williams, same thing out of Portland.
Yeah, you're right.
Same thing, man. Same thing. Well, that about wraps it up for me for news tonight. Do you have anything else you need to add, Luke?
That's about it. I'll just mention real quick. I was at the LaSalle game last Friday. So got the chance to watch Frankie Tinalau play. I like his ceiling, really. I mean, when he
pretty raw
when he enrolls in Miami, shows some good things, pass blocking, someone that I think could make a move to guard. That wouldn't surprise me. And if he does, I mean, he's just a physically dominating player either way. I would like to see him finish a little bit more in the run game. He has that initial pop, that initial push. You just would like to see him just continue refining his technique, continue cleaning up his footwork, and like I said, just finishing, being that mauler that he could be every play. But he mentioned, I talked to him after the game. He mentioned that with his pass blocking, that was something that he really wanted to emphasize heading into his senior season, and it showed. He has really taken a big step there. Also want to mention all-around cool dude, someone that I'm rooting for in his senior season, someone that's going to continue to do great things.
Awesome, man. Awesome. Well, thank you, Canes fans who watch this. Thank you, Canes fans who will be watching the recording of this. There's some very valuable recruiting information if you're into recruiting. Luke, man, thanks for joining me again for our Wednesday night show. I'm glad we were able to get Ezekiel on. I'm glad we were able to get Jackpot on. I mean, even though Ezekiel, is a little down the line here still, he's a special player, and I want fans to know about him so they can keep an eye on him. And Jackpot's story is just unique. It's just flat out unique. So I was really happy to have those guys on here, dude. And dude, just thank you again, dude, for being an awesome co-host. I appreciate it, man.
Yeah, man. No, I mean, today was a lot of fun. The interviews were awesome, and it should be a very, very fun weekend, fun Friday/Saturday/Thursday of high school football down here in South Florida.
One thing too, Canes fans, keep an eye out here on the Scoop. Me and Paul will be talking with one of the lead. He might be actually the lead writer for Southern Miss. He covers all their football stuff, so we'll be talking with him tomorrow. Just getting kind of a feeling on who Southern Miss really is and who our opponent is. So be on the lookout for that, guys. And thank you for joining us. And always, all about the U. Go Canes.